Welcome, welcome Keykey's Doorway subscribers, viewers, welcome. Thank you for walking in the Akashi Records with me. Thank you for walking and learning about ourselves and our spirit guide once more. Let me get loose, this early morning I had to retake about 3 times. Hopefully this 4th time will be the magic, right? The foundation. So without further ado, let's give the shout outs. Okay. Welcome Billy Broadway, Diane Granson, Letitia Pickney, Ayaka Leo, Ayaka Leo, Ambitious Gammy, Snowflakes, SWAT King 25, Nakia Marie, Choco Pisces, Thomas O. Kelly, Virginia Hernandez, Shumalia Nias, Maria Teresa, DS2 Love, Donna Bradford, LaShonda Hughes, Larina 24, Krishna Singh, hi, D. Nadia, Kenyetta Dati, Stephanie Miller, Buzz Buzzard, Stylist Empress, Rose Miranda, Honeydoll 408, Night Nurse, Clizzy Marley, Cozy Locks, Mysterious 101, hey, Sophia Lafu Belle, Stacy Dalton, Kim Harold, Nanny, Sandy Ayulak, The Night Owl Joker, Rochelle Spencer, Miss Williams, Ubliminum, The 305 Goddess, Miss Queenie Wise, Miss Duell, Mr. Ibrahim, Miss Pollard, Miss Hello Kick Girl for Life, Miss Armstrong, Miss Kimberly, Sacred Winstons, Nicole Matthew, Perry Asiri, Imani Das, Ankdis, Teresa Manna, Way Shower, Sylvia Candia, Mr. Aldana, Miss Saloon, Nabil, Miss Asim, Mr. Magia, Miss Sean, Mr. Sims, Miss Anuka, Arnika, Cavi, Amanda Smith, Shirley Gallianis, Rena Hatters, Linda Mickey 0509, Miss Gina Latorre, Heaven Hell Lovecut. Wow. Oh. Benedict Pargelis, Bernadette, Pergolis, Eyes of Capricorn, hey, Furva, Empress, Ruby Doo, Mr. Sergeant Chris, Joanne Avery, Richard Meza, A Brave Bird Saved, Shanika Shani, Not For You to Know, Bus Satters, Saurus, Angelica Martinez, Azora Crawford, Koya Dix, Sunshine Taylor, Dominique Floria, Tammy Jones, or Tammy Johns, Arita 51, Sadie Neal, Rebecca Dizolza, Sarah Joy, Gumdrop 40973, Kelly B, Being Your True Self Coaching, hey, IE Goddess, Iron Clutch, Giovanni Zamora, Dennis Eccleston, and Darlene Starling. Wow. This is the fam, Keykey's Doorway fam. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, okay. So, what does our past want us to use as our present for the present? So let's see. We are tapping into our past life as a farmer. We are the architects and builders of the now. We know exactly what is required to plant the seeds of cultivation. We understand our masculine, magnetic, and our feminine, fruitful foundation of self to create in the now. We are farmers, and how we had ownerships of farms and cultivated for the community and ourselves is by tapping into the high priest and priestess of ourselves. We are unlocking our spiritual abilities, our spiritual talents. Let's see what Dorian Virtue says about high priest and priestess for Keykey's Doorway Starseed family. Let's see. For October 2018. High priest or priestess. You probably already know that you were a high priest or priestess during one or more prior lifetimes. Most people who have held these roles have a conscious sense of it. You have also retained your heightened spiritual knowledge, which this card is urging you to put into greater practice. It's time for you to reignite your spiritual power and use it in service of your divine mission of healing, teaching, and helping the world. This card urges you to release any insecurities you may have about your spiritual abilities or any fears about others knowing your beliefs. So Keykey's Doorway Starseed family, you are the key. You are noticing and recognizing in yourself. You're tapping and aligning your mind, body, spirit, ancestors known and unknown, spirit guide, source is here with us now to confirm that for the past couple of months we have been practicing ways to align our mind, our third eye, our mind's eye, our vessel, our heart, our soul, in unlocking our spiritual abilities, do our art, do skills and crafts that we practice behind closed doors or maybe even in the open, but disguise it well where people wouldn't notice it off the back. If you're concerned about how would people view or receive you, we're in the year of Aquarius. Whenever you get an opportunity, check out on Keykey's Doorway reference, the year of the Aquarius. We are stepping into the year of the Aquarius. People are unlocking their spiritual abilities themselves, but they're going to need that assistance and help. That's where we come in. By showing our skills, by showing our talents, and seeing how they connect in the whole picture of who we are. By physically doing the action, just like a farmer. When a farmer physically does the action, the conclusion is crops, cattle being nourished and built to be healthy and strong. The lands are green and fruitful and fertile. That is a prosperous farmer. That's who we are. That's how we thread in our spiritual knowledge with our material resources around us. How about tapping into our high priestess side of ourselves and learning more about how we cultivate? Wow. It will solve wars and battles around the world. It will, by unlocking and showing our spiritual abilities outwardly to the people we care about, that we feel comfortable sharing with first, even showing our abilities more to ourselves as well. When we do step out on faith in our star power, it will help win wars and battles. It will help us to know how to weather the storm and how to come up with win-win situations or win-win strategies for both admirable and righteous leaders. By tying in who we are spiritually through our abilities, our talents and skills, we will start to connect with people worldwide that have tapped into who they are and tapping into their high priest and priestess side of themselves. Because of you, the main reason why I started this channel, this doorway, was to better understand the human race, to better understand myself through the stars, through the zodiacs. And I can honestly say it is helping me and helping so many others on their path. I'm so grateful from your support, from your love, from your knowledge of knowing that the things I say is not just coming from me. It comes from our ancestors. It comes from our knowledge of self. Because of that, I'm able to connect to people not just in the United States, but in the United Kingdom, in India, the Philippines, Canada. These are places and people I've only dreamt and thought of in my mind's eye when first approaching this quest. So if you think for 1 second that your ability and talent would not be recognized or would not be admired, you're gladly mistaken, fella. You're gladly mistaken. Know that who you are, and your hidden abilities will reach the masses. We are living in the age of the Aquarius. Whenever you get a chance, please check out on Keykey's Doorway reference, the year of the Aquarius. Now we have so many avenues, so many ways to connect to other people with the same issues, with the same transformation, with the same transition that you and we are going through and still making progress in. So let's see how our energy will be in the first week of October. We're going to be tapping into our Night of Air communication. We're going to tap into our intellectual side of self to tie in how our spiritual abilities stem from who we are by our DNA, by our family tree, or by your life experience as an individual, and the journey of which your natural ability or your spiritual ability has helped heal yourself, has helped you transform through cycles in your life, time and time again. But that one or those many spiritual abilities will be your pillars to communicate to the masses, or to communicate to people that your soul connects to. You will be seen as very decisive and tireless in how you communicate your spiritual abilities as a service. Events that occur with great speed. Your wish comes true. By going into your Sagittarian house, the ninth house, you will be communicating with fire and using your intuition, because our spiritual abilities is very well connected to our emotions and our intuition. You will be connecting and combining both your emotional side and your passion in how you deliver your 2-minute pitch of your spiritual ability, or your 2-minute demonstration, or your 2-minute whether it be through YouTube, Facebook, blogging, Instagram. You're going to be finding avenues of social media to demonstrate how your abilities has not only made you a success and continue to make you as a success story, but has helped others in their steps to becoming their highest self. Concerns will start to fade away. A love of life will start to appear before your very eyes. This from you speaking to the ether, speaking out loud, that you are the high priest and priestess, that you are a creator, that you are the connection to cultivate nations. Events will start to happen in great speed because people will start to need your services. People will start to communicate and come to you. It will be events that will happen once you speak those words that will give you the opportunity to practice your spiritual abilities on others or for others. So take your time. Carefully review your options. Carefully review how you want to demonstrate or illustrate your spiritual abilities. How you will be walking into the second week of October is the 8 of air. You're going into the house of Scorpio, the house of unknown, to discover more about where your spiritual abilities is truly birthed from. Well, you'll start to get dreams, visions, daydreams, even conversations with others that will give you that deja vu of knowing what will happen next. You will have that heightened primal sense of foresight to use to navigate on your next move. An illusion of being trapped. When you get a chance, please check out Aries October 2018 reading. For now, do we see chains on this beautiful unicorn, magical unicorn's legs? No. Do we see a rope tied around the neck to tame the unicorn from spreading its legs and hinds and pointing its crystal, mystical, magical wand to feel its way to its next journey? No, we don't see nothing like that. In fact, what we do see is 7 other unicorns, 7 other individuals that have special abilities as well, spiritual abilities as well, looking towards us, looking towards you, Starseed, looking towards you, viewer, on how you unlocked ways to bring out your spiritual abilities as a service. and how you have used your spiritual abilities to shape your whole life. They're looking for the answers, and you are the key. A lack of self-confidence will be no mas, no more. You will start to see that you have self-confidence all along. You have the fire, you have the legality, the logic, the fairness of how you are being seen. People see you as the knight. A knight is the protector of the community. That's how people are seeing us. That's how people are seeing you, viewer, subscriber, Starseed fan. Remember that as we move and learn more about ourselves in the unknown, the unknown, the umbrella of ourselves. What our spiritual abilities want us to project the second week is the 5 of Earth. When a human being or any being goes out in the world, we don't know where we're going. We have no map. All we have is our sensation, is our emotions, is our ancestors' knowledge that is in our bloodstream to help us navigate in this world. Again, yes, we will start to have fears surrounding money creep up, because a lot of times in history, we were taught that spiritual practices are seen as poverty, as seen as a hobby, is seen as something of less importance. If that was the case, then we as human beings would not look at the sun. The sun is our first star. If we dismissed these notions, then Mother Earth herself, Gaia, would have not wanted to germinate herself and us in it. These are the things you're starting to think about, and how and why you want and propelled and perplexed and like a magnet pulled to speak, to act in what you're feeling now. We are becoming that beacon for others to find their way. We are that beacon. We are that beacon. We are that beacon. If you notice, I'm emptying out my apartment. I'm redecorating. I'm remodeling, because just like you, I'm going into the next stage of my life, and I'm feeling the need to clean house, to feng shui my life. We are on a journey that requires us to look at ourselves, to look at our environment, and see how we can change, revolutionize, and cultivate. I'm not ashamed of where I live. I'm not ashamed of the body I'm in. I'm not ashamed of the gender I am in. I'm not ashamed of the race I was born into. Why? Because when it's time to tell that story, like you are going to talk, you are going to tell your tale. People are going to want to hear our struggles, our conflicts, our undertone issues of what we feel in our environment and around us, and how we use the wisdom to accept help from others and suggestions on how to change our lives, on how to use our spiritual abilities to help change even our environment, to reflect how we feel on the inside. No longer will we have our environment dictate how we feel on the inside spiritually. No longer will we allow ourselves to stop who we are and finding ourselves spiritually. No longer will we do that. What we will do instead, we'll start to look, evaluate, and see the courses that we can change to make our spiritual abilities a reality. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes. How will we be showing our hidden talents and abilities? Page of Earth. We're going to be scholarly. We're going to start doing more research on our spiritual abilities. We're going to be more dependable on our approach, on our daily practices of tapping into our spiritual abilities and the dimensions it can take us. We're going to be balanced emotionally, spiritually, financially, intuitively. Our bodies will be in line with how we feel about ourselves spiritually. When we start to do these things, and these things require action, but it is very earthly. We're going to start communicating with Virgos, Taurus, Capricorns, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libras on how to take those next steps in making our spiritual abilities a service, a curriculum, a religion, a way of life, a career, and how those steps will be our success story. Good news about financial matters will take place. Wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. We are feeling what that new area of study is. Learning more about our spiritual abilities. How it does influence our financial, our emotional, our physical body, and the relationships that we have with others. When we see how those things truly connect, we will be that unity for other countries and other nations. We will be that influence to show that there is nothing wrong with religion and spirituality. It is up to the nations and individuals to tie in youth, to tie in what was once our way of life into merging anew. And it takes you, it takes us to unite and make and allow naturally by showing our natural talents, abilities in helping others, no matter what country, no matter what race, no matter what religion, no matter what spiritual practice, and showing them that by coming together as one, like Mother Earth, like Gaia, we can create that magic. We can find that Eden once more and recreate her. Traditional viewpoints or methods is going to be something we're going to be reevaluating in how to use or restructure, or even if not restructuring, and how to merge both our spiritual abilities through our life lessons and the continuation of elders that can help us merge these things into a new dawn. Spiritual organizations seek out mentors and like-minded friends, also through organizations, workshops, seminars. We are about to embark in the house of Leo. the house of our willpower. We're going to have all the willpower in the world to find out how to win over the masses in this new self-discovery, or this self-discovery that our soul is now, and universally our soul is now being awakened to. How you be stepping into that second week is by seeing, second week, yes, is by seeing in October, is by seeing the universal conflicts that we have as people. What are the two universal conflicts that we recognize? One, we do recognize financial struggles. We recognize open opportunities for new business, for new creative endeavors to become the new cultivation for communities and countries. We notice the segregation and separation of gender, how our separating of gender has broken down even the basic loving family dynamics of a home, and how we see ourselves as a family in our personal family. Wow. So being unable or unwilling to make a decision is necessary. Yes, we will have that hiccup or that bump in the road or that pause. Let's say that pause to really sit and feel through that. What, as a nation of people being a stalemate and pretending that there is no problem, has created wars and battles, not just in history, but even in the now. We're going to be tapping in to, again, the house of Scorpio, where we're going to use the intuition, our Akashic records of self and of others, to broadcast and to have as an open discussion, or open, like an open mic, like a panel, like this, an open arena for others to talk about these issues without feeling like it will be a conflict or feel like it will be a problem. You're going to tap into that Scorpion house and our high priestess side of self, because the moon is connected to the high priestess. Let me show you. The moon is also the symbol and archetype of the goddess, of the maternal figure within us, the maternal energy within us. That maternal energy wants to help us on our journey. Yes, the high priestess will definitely be helping us on our journey. The moon is the waxing, waning of the feminine energy. That's what we're going to be tapping into in the month of October 2018. That's a beautiful thing. That is a divinely blessed thing to have. Here we go. Okay. Look at this card. The High Priestess. Again, second house of Taurus and Aries. Masculine, feminine. We're combining both aspects of ourselves and aligning them as one. We're marrying ourselves. We're seeing what it takes to love ourselves and marry that masculine, feminine energy within ourselves. We know that is connected to our spiritual ability, and that is the antidote, or one of the antidotes, to help connect others to their spiritual acceptance of self and their abilities, and how and who and what energy is connected to when it comes to the bloodline, family tree. Same woman, the moon. We are the high priestess, but we also the moon. Snake, the Scorpio. Snake of knowledge. It is here in the day, but during the day, it looks invisible, right? But at night and around the ethers, around the planets, just like the Unity card, we also tap into the ether's knowledge, to the angel's knowledge, to source knowledge, God and Goddess, energy, source, and write down, record, draw what we are learning. That's what we're going to be doing in the month of October. We're going to start recording, writing down our emotions, writing down our dreams, recording our emotions. Whatever comes up in the month of October, we're going to be showcasing that or documenting that, having that be our biography. Important psychic events will take place. Events behind the scenes. Release fears that hold you back. We must release our fears. Our fears is our fertile foundation to start to dig into. And it's okay to take that one step at a time. We don't have to go all the way in cold turkey. Take one nibble at a time, and relearning our unknown abilities. How we will showcase our spiritual abilities is by tapping into the King and Queen of Water. We are starting to align by rediscovering who we are. Our compassionate side to ourselves and to others. People are starting to see us as respected and cultured in our receipts on how we learned about our spiritual abilities and how we gathered the information to confirm or to validate the process in which we're taking is not a make-believe story. It is not a mythical story. It is a true 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 story. Buddha, Shiva, Kuan Yin, Guadalupe, Mary Magdalene, Kalima, Shiva, Gaia. These are stories that we have heard, but we know deep down it is rooted in the tangible, in the material plane. We're going to be doing our homework on how to show that. So when presenting our spiritual abilities, we will feel more confident and more concrete on the direction we're heading. So open our hearts and minds to those around us. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice is what we're going to be sending and what will be coming our way in encouraging us to continue on our path.